Hey, how's it
Hey
going?
Eric, I'm fine, right? How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Very cool. Hey, so I typically kick these off. I could give you a quick intro about myself, and then I could kind of pass it over to you if that sounds good. And then I could kind of jump into the questions, explain the role a little bit more, and then answer any of your questions at the end and kind of explain the interview process, if that sounds like
Okay,
a plan.
okay, perfect.
Cool. Very cool. All right. So my name is Eric. I've been at Voldex for 2.5 years now. I started on the Driving Empire team, so I'm not sure if you're like familiar with all the car licensing Driving Empire has done over the past few years here. I started right before we started bringing the real car brands over to Driving Empire, so I ran that team for a year and a half, maybe closer to 2 years. And over the last like 6 to 8 months here, I took over all of art at Voldex. So I oversee everything art related, Voldex for Brookhaven, Driving Empire, and NFL Universe Football, which is obviously the role for the render role that we're talking about today. And yeah, 2.5 years here. Before that, I was at Amazon. I did a standard university degree. Worked at Amazon in like robotics operations management for a year and a half. It was fun. Not as fun as working in games though. So I jumped back over to games. And my actual gaming background is I ran Minecraft servers for about a solid decade. I call myself a Minecraft refugee essentially. So I came over from the Minecraft side of the world, and so I did that for about a decade, university, Roblox, and then I've been here at Voldex for my past 2.5 years. So that is me in a nutshell. I could pass it over to you.
Cool.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, and then do you want me to go run through your background? I've looked at your resume and everything, obviously, but if you want to run through your background for me, I could kind of. I'll be taking notes, by the way. So if you see my eyes looking around, I'm not distracted. I promise. I'm just typing. Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Yeah,
So I'm Rodrigo from Brazil, and I worked with as a freelancer, and I usually as a director, and but my best skills is in animating, but I'm generalist. I work with all the areas and have a degree in computer graphics and know basically every area of the 3D and animation and video editing and illustration, basically everything.
okay,
And
awesome.
I did a lot of things, but I recently worked a lot with advertisements and stream packages of streamers, and basically it with esports area. So
Awesome.
it's basically it. I
Yeah,
worked
I like it.
with.
Jack of all trades to some extent, and your test showed through incredible. By the way, the team really
Oh,
liked
really?
the test that you sent in. Yeah, really
Good
good.
to
Yeah,
know.
I think I'll go more into it later, but like the dynamic poses and like the structure of the lighting and like how you highlighted the characters and the way they were kind of like, yeah, the poses and like the action shot essentially, for lack of a better word, was really good. Yeah, so the team
Oh,
enjoyed that.
awesome.
I can tell
Good to
you
know.
had a lot of experience doing these things.
Oh,
Cool.
thank you.
Yeah, so I typically start out my question asking about the game art style. So I'm not sure if you had a chance to check out the game or even just kind of glance at the thumbnails and icons that you see on NFL Universe on Roblox. But if you were able to, do you have any takeaways on the art style or what you saw on the thumbnails or icons that we're using on the game currently?
Wait, do you want to know what I?
Yeah, like what are your thoughts? Like what are your thoughts on the art style, and if you were able to check it out, your takeaway, I guess, from the art style or what you saw from the icons and thumbnails on the game page.
Yeah,
Anything you
yeah. I really liked it. The Vodex works. I saw some other companies work, not companies, but YouTubers thumbnails and a lot of things like that, and I liked them a lot. Your
okay.
works. It's very professional, and not because the characters are square, but the movement and the photography compositing is it's very good. I liked it a lot.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's it's really important for the NFLF game to have like the action shots and the movement and everything kind of like captured, I guess, in the thumbnails and icons. And so yeah, cool, very cool. That's a good takeaway. Um, I have an easy question. All my questions are kind of easy, by the way. So I'm the first interview, so mine are like kind of like the just getting to know you kind of people management questions here. What is your favorite piece of your portfolio, and what was challenging when you made it? I guess is my question for you.
Let me open it really quick. I work with video, right? I,
Yep.
I don't have like static renders in my portfolio,
Yep. That's okay.
but my favorite piece, I like a lot of this one, Demonium Store.
Okay. Yeah, I'm checking this out now. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is sick.
it was
Okay.
very
Yeah,
challenging.
like maybe like what was challenging about making this? Did you run into like any challenges, or this is awesome?
Yeah, a lot of challenges, because I had to think about one way to show the products. It's a website announcement. It's a launch of a
Yeah.
website launch announcement, and I had to illustrate the products and how's the mood of the company. And I had this idea that the products come outside of the monitor, and it turned out very cool. It's like my favorite project by far.
Yeah. I like that coming out of the monitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. Love that. It's a really cool example. This is sick. I agree. This is a cool one. Yeah. This
Thank
is
you.
awesome.
Thank you so
I
much.
can tell you captured the mood as well, which is actually emblematic of what you did on the test for us as well. You kind of captured and understood like the mood and
Oh,
like
cool.
I guess like that direction of the brand. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks.
My next question is actually just going to be around team dynamic communication. How do you approach, so whether you're working with a client, brand, team lead, if that person gives you feedback, so like let's say you made a render for the NFL Universe game, and then someone on the team gave you feedback about that, just high level, how do you approach receiving and addressing feedback from others?
I think it's very fine for me, because I always, how can I say, I always put myself in the wrong side, like to understand the point of the feedback, if it's a bad feedback, to fix something or change something. And I try to open my mind to understand what the client or the lead try to say that is off. And if I want to like defend my try, like how can I say, if I need to like prove that I made something like positive,
Right.
I try to, like, if I try to make something different to achieve some different way, I try to explain, like just explain my point of view, to know if the client or the lead if is
Understood
sure
where you're
about.
coming from, basically, right?
Yeah,
That makes
is
sense.
sure about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. No, I think that's actually, I've interviewed a lot of people with that question, and actually the way you just explained that to me is probably one of the healthiest answers I've had on that. So that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, cool. So next question. It's going to be the exact opposite in a way of what I just asked you, is if you were going to give feedback to somebody else. So we only have one render artist on the NFL Universe team here, so you wouldn't be giving other render artists feedback necessarily, but it could be like the art lead himself. It could be another artist making a 3D item. If you saw them and you think they could be doing something better or differently, how would you approach giving them that feedback?
Oh, usually I say, like, it could be cool if you try to do something in this way, or what do you think if we change change this to try to achieve this or that? Never like in imperative way,
Yeah.
always like trying to make the other people to think about it and approve my idea.
Yeah. Awesome. Very cool.
Thank you.
Now, I have an easy question, or depending, actually, I guess I don't know how much of a Roblox player you are, but I ask everyone this question: do you have a favorite Roblox game? And I guess to what extent are you familiar with Roblox as a platform, if at all?
Oh, I have played a lot of. I don't remember the name of the game, but it's like a realistic, like it's like COD. The
Like
first,
Frontlines? It's called Frontlines, maybe is what it's called, like
yeah,
the realistic
Frontlines,
FPS.
yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Yes, of course, yeah. Okay, yeah,
when I
yeah.
discovered this game, I like passed a lot of time playing with my friends, and
Let's go.
it's really cool. But I don't
Yeah,
play in Roblox a lot.
yeah. No, I think yeah. That's why I always ask that question. The fact that you've even played anything at all is awesome. I think for Frontlines, I've met the creators of Frontlines
Oh,
recently
really?
in California. They're very very cool guys. Yeah, so it's
Nice.
a fun game. They care
Yeah.
deeply about like the visual fidelity of their games on Roblox, which is different than what you see on most Roblox games, I guess, to some extent, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, very cool. Nice. So I think I guess what I could kind of do at this point is I could kind of explain to you a little bit more about the role, and then I could kind of I typically like to give people a pitch on why I think Roblox is the best place to be working in the gaming industry, and then also why Voldex is interesting here. So I think for the role itself, I mean it's pretty similar to what we have on the website, but I think high level. Each of our games at Voldex has one dedicated render artist, right? So this would obviously be in this case the role we're talking about right now. On Roblox, very similar to YouTube, Roblox is algorithmically driven game discovery, right? In the same way YouTube is algorithmically driven video discovery, right? And so there's two things we make renders for. The first thing is just straight up click-through rates, right? So same way on YouTube, how like the click-through rate, the CTR matters like tremendously to the success of the video.
Mm-hmm.
On Roblox, the thumbnails and icons and A/B testing the different thumbnails and icons have like a very meaningful impact on the game's discovery and ability to succeed, et cetera. So we're constantly generating new ideas to just like with YouTube videos to present to users and check out which ones they click on, which ones they don't click on, and like having fun experimenting with different concepts. And then the second piece is just like actual like social media player facing renders, right? So like we do a lot of stuff. So the NFL, the game isn't officially NFL, like American football NFL licensed fit game. They didn't create the game though. So a lot of the time on Roblox, you see like there's like these like branded games that the brands themselves created. We actually created this game and acquired it ourselves, and then went to the NFL and brought them on board. So it's not actually owned or controlled by the NFL, but we have like a very long-term contract with licensing rights to the NFL and all of the official American football teams. And a lot of the time, like the Super Bowl, if you're familiar with the Super Bowl at all, is happening next month, right? So this is like the biggest, like the final game of the NFL, right, every year. And so we'll have like renders, kind of like for events or like player facing posts about hyping them up and kind of like bringing attention on social media to the event that's happening. So yeah, A/B testing, facing render work, and then also internal kind of like hyping up updates and social media facing work are kind of the two main avenues for the render work here. Roblox, I think like so you played Frontlines, which is awesome. So you get the platform at a high level. I think Roblox is largely misunderstood to some extent, depending on where you read about Roblox or just kind of like how you think about the platform. I think in the same way that YouTube is successful because it's just straight up about who makes the best YouTube video, and then the algorithm takes care of everything else on YouTube. Compared to the rest of the gaming industry, the reason Roblox is largely successful, and I feel very strongly about this, is just simply because the games are it's an algorithmically driven game discovery backend, right? So it's not, if you look at Steam or you look at the mobile gaming industry, it's all about like who has all this advertising dollars and like who's like taking the Apple employees out to a steak dinner to like get featured on the front page of the App Store and all these shenanigans. On Roblox, it's just like similar to YouTube. It's just you make a game and then you just throw it out there, and then the algorithm will essentially reward you like a YouTube video if you have a good game, and if you don't have a good game, you won't get rewarded or have any players. And so Voldex, we have like 180 million people a month who play our games, which is insane. Like 180 million people across the world every single month playing the games that we own. We spend $0 on advertising, zero, not a single dollar on advertising any of those games. And the reason for that is it's a YouTube, right? Like we're algorithmic. It's very competitive in the same way YouTube is, because you have to continue to kind of compete against other people that are making games, and it doesn't matter if it's like a guy in his mom's basement or like a studio of 500 people. It doesn't really matter. It's just about who makes the best game, and that person wins. And I think that feedback loop on Roblox allows content creators to only focus on what makes the game good. They don't have to focus on the advertising. They don't have to focus on the back end server development, like all the database management, all the annoying stuff that doesn't actually mean anything to the end user who's playing the game. And this is like a super powerful flywheel. So Roblox, I think across the gaming industry is like, I think the gaming industry as a whole grows at like 2% a year, Roblox is growing at like 30 or 40% a year, and it's actually accelerating as it's getting bigger and bigger. So I think Roblox has 500 or 600 million monthly active users, and it's probably going to cross 1 billion soon. So like 1/7 of the planet will be playing Roblox on a monthly basis probably in the next year, which is crazy. It's a huge platform. And so I think, yeah, Roblox is an exciting place to be. I think it's a lot in the gaming industry, especially it's where the growth is. And it's where I think a lot of people, if you're looking to build a career in the gaming industry, Roblox is for sure the place to be right now. And then Voldex within Roblox, we're the biggest game developer. So we own and operate essentially the games that we own combined we're the largest developer on the platform. The NFL Universe game is the biggest NFL American football game on the platform. And to the extent that I think there's like stability in this role is there's going to be a big NFL American football game a decade. Like 10 years from now, there will continue to be a big NFL American football game on Roblox. And we are currently the biggest, and we also have the NFL licensing, which no one else has. So we have the real teams in the game. Like we're actually working with the sports league themselves. And that's a pretty big advantage. So it's going to be a little bit, never say never, but it's going to be hard for us to lose that ground. We have to mess something up pretty dramatically. And so there's like a very real stability in the jobs that we offer, especially for the NFL Universe game, in the sense that it will be around for, the next 5 to 10 years with pretty high level of confidence. So that's my speech on, I guess, like why I think Roblox and Voldex is cool for the role. And I guess I can pass it over to you if you have any questions for me. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. That's impressive.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a lot of fun working here. It's a bunch of young people who like working on games that so happen to kind of show up on Roblox at the right place or time. And yeah, everyone's quite passionate. So yeah. Do you have any questions for me for the role? Anything at all that I can answer for you?
Like by the role, no. You guys works like the piece I made in the task home task home.
Yeah.
It's like basically what I will do.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah, different concepts and versions of that, but yeah, exactly, yeah, precisely, yeah, 100%.
We have you guys have a designer to put text and effects later, or I would do that too.
So a lot of typically once you create the actual render, going into like Photoshop after and like highlighting and like adding the logos to it would typically be something that you do, but we have like pre-approved fonts and logos that we use for the NFL and things like this. And so the interview process after my step, the next person you'd be meeting is actually Lalo, who's the art lead. So we have an art lead for every game, and he's the art lead for NFL Universe, who would be he'd be the manager of the person who joins in this role, and he'd be able to answer a lot of like the granular art level questions for you as well, to the extent that you have any. But yeah, essentially what you did for the test is the workflow, and then with the exception of just jumping into Photoshop after and like adding, changing around the lighting or effects or highlighting or editing stuff that you see fit to kind of meet whatever the goals for the thumbnail or render are. So that's on that front. Lala will be a great person for you to meet there. Anything else I can answer on that side for you?
Oh, I don't think you are the right person, because I have questions for like if I need to travel with my family, like scheduled it travel.
Yeah. So I can't answer this actually. Yeah. Really? So we have unlimited paid time off at Voldex for our roles. So it's unlimited. So it's not literally like you can't take the whole year off, obviously nothing crazy, but like there is no like, oh, you have to take exactly 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks you don't get any more time off. We're very, very flexible on this front. Like everyone we hire at the company, we like to hire people who are high performers and get stuff done, basically. And to the extent that we're not micromanaging people or like forcing. So yeah, we have a very flexible paid time off policy. The time you do take off is paid. It's not unpaid time off. It is always paid time off. So sick days or traveling with family or anything like this is totally acceptable, allowed. And even our work hours are flexible. So we typically like to have like 4 or 5 hours of overlap during the day with your people that are working in like standard North American time zones. But you can like, I have a lot of people on my team who wake up a little bit later and work a little bit later because they like being a night owl, and other people who like work from like 9 to noon and then from like 3 to 8 or whatever it ends up being, and they take the afternoon off to do stuff with their family. So we're pretty flexible on this front. If you have any other questions on that front, I can answer them. I'm a great person to answer that, actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's the only one.
Cool.
The other one is it's the frequency of the thumbnails. Do you know how?
Yeah, Lala would be able to give you a more precise answer, but generally speaking, I think we typically churn out like roughly one a day.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore, not a lot. Like maybe a little bit less and a little bit more depending on the complexity of the thumbnail, but I think it's roughly one a day, which is why in the test I think we were like, hey, spend about 8 hours on this because that's roughly give or take. So we're not crunch heavy. We're not crunching people to death. I run the whole art department, so I feel strongly about this. I want people to be creative, and if I'm telling people to be creative, and then I'm grinding them to death by working 12 hours a day, I'm not going to get anything creative out of them. So, yeah, I think it's from what we have pretty much the same output expectations across our games, and like maybe you get the only way we'd be asking for more than one a day would be if it's like a variation. It's like the football goes from red to yellow or something simple like this in the image, right? Not like the whole compositions and scenes that you're recreating, anything like this. Yeah.
Okay. Just to be sure, because I saw that the task home it was 8 hours to complete, so I was thinking about that, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's roughly the output. Yeah, like that's why we like to gauge it on the test, because typically if you can do that in about 8 hours, that's typically what a thumbnail a day. Lalo would be able to answer this more specifically because I actually just know a high level what the expectations are there. So yeah,
Perfect.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. So, I mean, what I can tell you right now, I enjoyed the conversation. The team really liked your test. So I'd be happy to pass you on to the next interview stage with Lalo, who's the art lead, and you could kind of talk art specifics with him and field out more on that front. And is there anything else I could answer, I guess, before that?
Oh, it's fine. Thank you so much.
Cool. Awesome. It was awesome meeting you.
I would like to apologize because my English is not.
No, man, your English is fine. I think I can tell that, like, no, your English is fine. I didn't have trouble understanding anything you were saying, and I could tell you were actually thinking through how to articulate the answers you were giving me, and that's literally perfect in my books. So,
thank you so much.
No apologies needed. Yeah.
That's good to know. Cool. Thank you.
Right, yeah, no problem. Hey, so I'll connect you. You'll hear from us today or tomorrow probably about scheduling with Lalo, and we'll kick off from there. I think the team will enjoy meeting you, so I'm excited for you to meet them. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Cool. All right, man. We'll talk soon.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.
See you, Rodrigo. Bye-bye.
See ya.